we have something very special, and Abro doesn't know what it is yet. And he's running on standard Indian time, which is late. But anyways, he should be here any second, and as soon as he comes in, we'll get started, and we'll show you what's in this, and it is super special. I'm actually more excited about this than I've been about any other motorcycle here yet. Here's some footsteps.
Professor!
Ah, bro!
How are ya?
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm good. What's the matter? You said come down and check something out.
Dude, I got a surprise for you.
What's in the box?
It's a box.
What's in the box?
It's a box. You really want to know?
Yes.
We finally got one.
What did you get?
It's the 2023 Ducati Panigale V4R.
No way.
And by the way, you're late, and the camera's rolling.
Oh, yo, what's poppin'? Welcome to Bhroman Braapsody. This is where we review cars, motorcycles, unbox toys.
Well, Ducati introduced the Panigale in 2012 as an 1199, and you know there have been just a gazillion different versions of it. You know the 1199 non-ABS actually the first of some of them, then ABS, then they did an 1199S, and then they did a R, an 1199R, and basically what the R is the production for homologation for World Superbike. So in order to race in World Superbike Series, you have to have a production bike. So what Ducati does is they produce enough of these in order to be able to take this bike to the track and win the World Championship like they did in 2022.
Okay.
What it is a Panigale V4 with a lot of titanium internals, higher rev limiters, different piston rings, lighter weight stuff, and super nice suspension.
More power.
Basically it's a really go fast kind of motorcycle.
And a little more power.
A lot more power. Yeah, a lot more power.
I think it comes out stock as what, 207 horses. And then you add the racing exhaust and the special oil.
And don't forget that the special oil gets you another half a horse. Right.
3.5 extra horses.
Oh, you're correcting me. That 3.5.
That pushes it to 240.5 horses.
Something else, right? Can you imagine?
Something that weighs what, 500 some pounds?
Can you imagine?
Wow.
I would love to be able to ride this thing.
Yeah, me too.
Let's get out of the way.
Who's gonna unbox it? It's our Superstar Troy, right?
Superstar Troy, he has to.
He has.
Because who else? I mean, you and I can't do it.
Nah. So let's get out of the way.
Scratch something and.
Yeah. So let's get out of the way and let him do his thing.
Hey, Troy. The Superleggera, yes, it's a, you know, no holes barred type motorcycle for the person who wants
just to go crazy on it.
Well, super lightweight and all that. But when it comes to actual racing, this is it. There's nothing better. There's nothing that compares to this. A couple of other brands have tried. They haven't succeeded. They haven't had the same level of success that Ducati has. Production is limited. And you need to be a very, very, very special kind of person to be able to understand what you're really getting into when you're buying a V4R.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my God, it's like, even under the wraps, it just looks so good.
And it even has the #1 on it already.
I
think it has something to do with the fact that they're, you know, just still celebrating all the victories from last year, right?
From the Superbike and MotoGP both, right?
Yeah. So lucky owner is actually a dear friend of mine.
Okay.
And his name is Omar.
All right.
Yeah. He came by one day. He has an 848. Hey, of all things, right? So you know, great minds think alike.
I guess.
Right. So he does a lot of his track days on his 848.
Nice.
Then came in with that to get some service done, and bought a V2 Bayless edition, and now he's gonna be getting this one.
Oh my God, that's gonna be.
And he is just as excited as I would be if I were getting it. I mean, this is better than being under his Christmas tree, I think. Besides, you know, I'm probably just gonna drag him with me to the next track day and see what he's, you know, what he's really capable of, because we know the bike is capable. So, right?
Does Troy ever need any help from anybody, or does he just?
You know, every time I offer, he says no. So he looks pretty intense, doesn't he?
He is.
He looks like
he's in the zone.
He's in the zone, right?
Yeah. He's either in the zone or he's hungry.
I wouldn't say he's hungry, but he's in the zone.
He's in the
Definitely in the
zone.
zone. So
Man,
here it is.
I
the
love
Italian
these.
supermodel.
I love these unboxings, Professor. You know, it's just like seeing something brand new come to life. Every time. It's like
It doesn't get old, does it?
no. And the way he does it, like, see, he's taking everything off, but not that little the bubble wrap or wrap around it.
Right.
So you can't really see it yet.
Because it's like removing the veil from
your bride. Yeah.
Right. Did we say everything we need to say? I mean, more so than being
I mean, it's
World Superbike production
and
titanium internals.
it's a V4R.
Special piston rings.
And I think R stands for what? Racing Red.
Race, yeah. And special lubricating channels for internally in the engine, just to make sure that it stays put. By the way, this bike does not work on like the maintenance of it. It doesn't necessarily work on mileage, but it more so works on hours of operation, because the assumption is you're going to be spending a lot of time at red line.
Gotcha. So
Right.
you're getting into the track, so
Yeah.
not miles but hours. All right.
It's going to require a lot of Troy's attention.
Oh my God! Just look at that bike, man. It's just.
The fit and the finish.
And you know how I feel about that titanium unfinished brushed aluminum tank, that color. I love that thing ever since I laid eyes on
Every time
the
you
SP.
see it, you fall in love with it again, don't you?
I thought the SP looked sexy with that tank and the black outline of that thing.
Yeah.
This looks just as good, if not better. I love the shiny
I like
red.
the brushed aluminum look with the red.
Yeah,
And I think even Troy would agree with me on the red with the brushed aluminum look.
maybe.
Yeah, I think he would.
There, she's off.
And it even has a little bit of that HD red.
Yeah. Check it out. Check it out. Looks mean. It's got black eyes and the number 1. And it's also got those little winglets on the side. Oof. Looks so pretty. So pretty yet so aggressive and so mean. All-in suspension. 330mm discs. Beautiful. Beautiful. And that's the Ducati Corse colors on the side as well. HD red. Oh, check it out. It says the Ducati V4R. And check out the tank. That's the highlight for me. I love it. The beautiful red color, the brushed aluminum look. She looks pretty, no matter where you look at it from. Adjustable suspension in the rear, beautiful fat tire, single-sided swing arm and cast wheels. Of course, has to be.
And notice what's missing from a very high-end model? The electronic suspension.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see
Right.
that. Yeah.
This is a manually adjustable suspension setup. Well, for track use, electronic suspension isn't necessarily the best. The technology is not far enough along yet to have it be consistent in every corner every time. Simply because we're not robots, right? Assume you get started and you're coming down the front straight and you're going to go down the front straight at a slightly different speed,
Each time.
slightly different angle, slightly different entry every time, because we're not robots, right? So if you had a electronic suspension setup that consistently is recalculating what that tarmac is doing underneath you, or how the suspension is reacting to the tarmac, you would have a slightly different suspension setup every time you went into turn 1. So for track use, the best setup that we know of yet is manual suspension, so that you can adjust it, and now you got consistency. Every time you're going to turn 1, the suspension is going to feel the same. Our friend Omar is going to love this.
He is.
Waiting. He's almost as giddy as I am, I tell you.
I would be too.
I think he's jealous that I'm touching his new baby.
Oh, then let's make him even more jealous. So this is what we do here at Motorcycles of Greensboro. Unboxings, reviews, talking smack, all of that. Just a little bit, yeah. We're like a dysfunctional family, aren't we?
We're motorcyclists.
Yeah. What, 300 years of combined riding experience here?
I would think so.
Between you and Paul and Brandon and Andrew and Roald.
Yeah. And sometime soon, you are going to catch up to us.
God, 300 years? I don't know.
Well, I mean, you're going to add your years to it because you spend enough time here, you're going to be able to start including yourself into the...
Maybe, yeah.
And you're writing enough.
Come on down, check them out. Website link in the video description below. Amazing people here, friendly, knowledgeable. And when they come here, who should they say send them to you?
They should tell us that the Bhroman sent them. They'll be immediately welcomed into the family.
Yeah, and if any of you come down here and buy a V4R, you gotta let me ride it. Please.
Yeah, me too.
All right, Professor. It's not ride o'clock, but...
Not today.
Thanks for watching, you guys. Guess we'll just go away. Bro out.